Hey everybody, this is Will B, the sports picking veteran. I'm going to tell you a bit about myself right now because I could have been called Will B, the singing veteran, or Will B, the comedic veteran, or Will B, the disabled veteran. I like putting the word veteran in there because I earned that title, and it's something that I like people to know. But reality is, I came to Vegas 10 years ago, and the reason I relocated here is because I wanted to be a professional singer in Vegas. I accomplished that goal. I was a professional singer for 5 years, and then I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Now, I am a disabled vet. I have a traumatic brain injury, and I've been blacking out for over 30 years. And it turns out that a lot of the symptoms that I had could have been a cross of MS at the same time. When I started with the singing, life was like a dream here in Vegas. I was getting my bills paid, doing what I love to do, and, basically living a dream. When I started falling on stage and couldn't do dance moves and stuff like that, it took me going blind one day to go to the doctor, and they started the process to diagnose me with MS. My health went downhill very quickly. I could no longer do work like I used to work. So I started learning how to hustle here in Vegas because the VA, I don't know if anybody knows anything about them, but they're not good about speeding up helping veterans. If they ever help you, it takes years and years and years for it to happen. I fought the VA and got what I was supposed to get from them. I know a lot of fellow veterans don't, but you can hit me up on that too. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but I know a lot about what to do with the VA. So if you need help with that, then you can hit me up on that too. But I started busking because originally the VA was giving me such a low rating that you really couldn't live off of the money that they were giving you. So I started going down on the strip and went back to my singing again, and that was called busking. I also learned about timeshares, which is a very boring, tedious undertaking. But my current wife and I, who were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, went around to a bunch of different timeshare places and made enough money to pay our rent one month. And that's saying something. I also learned about free play. You know, you go around to these casinos. When you first get there, a lot of casinos have incentives to try to bring people into their casinos. They will give you free play when you first get started. I became a big time hustler here in Vegas. And I found out that not only is this weather best for my condition, the atmosphere here fit my personality as far as making it. Then I started branching into sports bets. I had been playing horses for years and years and years, and it's a very volatile industry. But when I started looking into sports bets, then I started seeing something that I had a knack for. That's why I call myself the sports picking veteran. I've made lots of money sports betting. I mean, it's been a bridge on some months to get the bills paid. Of course, you don't depend on gambling to get your bills paid unless you're an idiot. But if you can find ways to not use your money and make money, then why not do it? That opens up what I was saying about the free play and stuff. It's a cycle. If you're cycling money into the system and you're finding ways to make the money work for you, they will give you more money to bring you back to the casinos. So you use what they give you, and if you're there is a little luck, and with sports betting there's a lot of skill involved as well. And with that luck and skill, if you can make it so that you're bringing in enough money that you're cycling it through the system so that they want to give you more money just to come back, then that's what you do. Or like I said, the timeshare presentations, that's that's a last resort, and you can only do them like once every 6 months or something like that. But it's 4 hours that you sit through this boring presentation, and they give you $100 from $100 cash to $200 in actual gambling, not the promotional stuff. Don't fall for the promotional deal. And they will give you things just to get you in the door to listen to this boring presentation. Now, don't do like my mother did and actually buy the thing, because it will set you back forever and you don't get your gift. But if you go in there knowing you're not going to buy, and they can even ask you, well, why did you come in here? I came in here for the gifts. Y'all want to give me some free stuff to come and sit for a few hours? I'm going to take it. So, I mean, I've done I've gotten as much as $200 in free play from the casinos, and there's methods to free play too. When you do the slot machines, there are different slots that you can utilize to get back at least 80% of your money when you do it. Now, they're not the most exciting machines. One of the ones that I found that are really good for it is Kino. I don't really like playing Kino, but when you sit down at the video Kino machines, they tend to give you, if you put $100 in free slot play in there, you'll usually get back at least $80 in cash. Everything you win, you turn into cash. And then you can take that in turn and maybe put on a $20 or $30 sports bet or whatever. Take some of the money and do something, pay a bill with it, and then take the rest and gamble with it. And it's worked out for me. As long as I'm not taking my money to get started. And then also, like I said, the busking. You go down there on the strip, and I mean, on a good day, somebody might throw you $100 tip. I did it out of necessity because, like I said, the VA wasn't paying me right at all. And we had to eat. We had to live. We couldn't, even if I was calling myself homeless, I couldn't be homeless on the street because I have MS. I cannot stay out in things like that. I had to, which now I'm in a nice 6-bedroom house, and it's because of the fights that I've done as far as, getting what I'm supposed to get from the VA. There's so much. It feels like I've lived 11 lifetimes, and I've been on different television shows. I won money on 1 versus 100. I was a part of the mob on that show. I've been on Divorce Court, which that's really funny. When my current wife and I went on a cruise, a lady walked up and said, "Weren't you guys on Divorce Court?" And I was like, "Yeah." But and like I said, the performances, just the being on stage. I don't know if you've ever felt it, but there's nothing like it. I'm a big ham anyway, but being on stage, I felt at home. I'm gonna put some of the videos of the things that I'm telling you about on my channel as soon as I figure out how to do it, because I found myself on 1 versus 100 last night on YouTube, and it's just a little snippet. I actually helped a woman win $500,000 because I don't know if you've ever watched that show, but one of the helps is you ask the mob, and one person has the right answer and the other person has the wrong answer. I had the right answer. I was on there. I filmed for 3 days, never got a question wrong in the 3 days that I was on there, and I only ended up walking away with like $5,000. But $5,000 for 3 days, and they fed you well, and it was pretty cool. I just wish she would have missed that question. If she wouldn't have listened to me, then me and 8 other people would have split $500,000. But that didn't happen. So, but it was fun. It was fun being on 1 versus 100. Being on Divorce Court was a big deal too. You'll see, like I said, I'll post these on my page so you can see these different things. She was my third wife. Was a trip, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But with the veteran stuff. I want to help as many veterans as I can because I know the struggles that I went through. And if you have any questions and I can answer it, I will do that. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. I don't work now, because I have multiple sclerosis. That was another thing. The VA put me on the wrong medication, and my health went downhill really fast. I spend most of my time in a wheelchair now. I know if you watched any of my videos, you see that I'm swerving around sometimes. Right now, I'm in my bed, but usually I'm out down on the strip in my wheelchair. And when I'm in my wheelchair, I'm swerving around. But it gives you, living in Vegas, you get to interact with people from all over the world. I've sung the Marseillaise with French people on the bus going up and down the strip, and they thought that was a trip watching a black guy sing the Marseillaise with them, but a black American. But it's really cool, the stuff here, and you see crazy stuff all the time in Vegas too. I've witnessed women performing acts that shouldn't be performed out in public in broad daylight. And it's just Vegas. As soon as you think that you've seen everything, then you do things like bring your mother and aunt out here and walk down the street and have a guy standing butt naked on your way to Carl's Jr. to get a burger. My aunt said, "Oh, is this a safe walk?" And I said, "Yes, Auntie, it's safe." And I swear, every crazy person that could have came out that time because I said that. It was like, we want to prove to you that you don't know what you're talking about. This is a crazy stretch of, it was only like 5 blocks. But in that 5 blocks, we saw so much weird stuff, including a butt naked man just standing there mumbling to himself. And this is out in public. But these are the types of things you bump into in Vegas. And you got beautiful women from all over the world that especially when you're a singer, it pumps your head up like nobody's business. But I'm married, so I'm faithful to my wife, and that's all that needs to be said about that. But it's still good to get your ego boosted every now and again. But like I said, anything that you have a question about, the sports bets thing, if you want to know how I pick them, yeah, I don't want to give away all my secrets because then y'all won't need me to tell you. But I do a good job at it. I don't have a whole lot more to say, and I will be making other videos and giving. I even have a top 10 of hustles here in Vegas. I mentioned a few of them because, like the timeshares, the free play, the busking, the sports bets, those are things that I do. I did to survive, and now I do to enhance my life. I did them out of necessity, and now I do them for increase. And I want everybody to get to the point that they can do it for increase, not out of necessity. I don't suggest everyone coming here the way I did. I was working I worked in an industry where I was making over 6 figures a year, and I got tired of it. And I came here, and the opportunity presented itself for me to sing for a living, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna do that." So I did it. I'll be putting some videos of my old performances on there too. All right, but this is Will B, the Sports Picking Veteran, signing out, and I hope y'all enjoy it with little it is, and there'll be more. All right.